you ruined my jokes quite. I'll wait on those of you. Next up, we have Mr. McDonald doing Mr. McDonald's Magical Mystery Motif.
What do you think?
No idea.
Good evening. How's everybody tonight? Everybody having a good time so far? Awesome. Awesome. Well, as you probably know, this is my first year at Belmont High School. So I've been here for about 7 months and really enjoying myself a lot. And I'm very happy to be part of this community. So I thought maybe you might want to, maybe you don't, but you might want to know a little bit about myself, that I might just share with you some things, and then at the end I'll share just kind of a very personal song with you. But I was born at a very early age in the hospital because I wanted to be near my mother. I was a very bright boy. My mother used to call me son. I was born in Peabody. Maybe some of you have heard of it. It's a small town, really, really small. It's so small you plug in your cell phone charger and the street light goes out. And you can stand on the steps of City Hall and spit into the suburbs. And our house, well, you know, our house was small. It was very cold there too. One time it was so cold I opened the freezer and there was a polar bear in there trying to stay warm. But the house was really small. It was so small, as a matter of fact, you put the key in the front door and it broke the back window. So that's how, yeah, small it was. And then, you know, as I got older, I started going to camp when I was in middle school. And boy, I remember one of the letters, or at least parts of the letter that my mother sent me while I was at camp. I remember she opened with son, and you remember she called me son because it's very bright. She said, "Son, you won't recognize the house when you come home. We've moved." Said, "Your father had his appendix out and a dishwasher put in." Said, "Well, last week it only rained twice, once for 3 days and once for 4 days." And she said, "I wanted to send you some money, but I had already sealed the envelope." So, yeah, then life went on to high school. How many of you sophomores out there? Sophomores? You see some sophomores? Yes, the lights are kind of, oh yeah, there's some sophomores out there. Yeah, I spent 3 of the best years of my life as a sophomore. It was good times. Not so good for my teachers. And then on to college. And you know, it was in college, and that's where the guitar kind of gets introduced here. It was in college I learned to play the guitar. One of my friends, actually one of the first people I met as a freshman at college, his name, well, actually, I still don't know to this day what his first name was. He's from China, he's Chinese. And nobody could pronounce his first name. Began with a T, and his last name was Chow. So he liked Tim, so we called him Tim Chow, and it was kind of cool because you just walked by him and say Chow. He kind of liked that, thought it was cool. Sometimes we called him TC. But he was a pretty good guitar player, and so I was, you know, he was just kind of sitting there strumming one day, and I just kind of popped by and sat down next to him and said, "You know, is there any chance you could show me how to play something?" And he said, "Well, sure, anybody can learn to play the guitar." And I said, "Well, I've never really held one before, so you can put one in my hand," and he just kind of showed me where some fingers could go and something. And I remember to this day the first song that my Chinese friend Tim Chow showed me. It went like something like this. And that was the first song that he taught me. And he called it, I guess it's a Chinese name for the song, he called it Tu Ning. And then, so after I got the hang of it a little bit, I could play a few chords here and there. Another friend, well, I wouldn't say exactly as a friend, but an acquaintance, he actually had to spend some time in jail, unfortunately. But when he got out of jail, he was a guitar player. And he learned a song when he was in jail that he shared with me, because I was just sitting kind of playing the few chords that I knew. And he came along and said, you know, hey Dave, I'd like, you know, would you like me to show you how to play another song? Because my repertoire was very, very limited. And I said, sure, sure. And so this is the song that he taught me that he called Jailbreak. So that's the second song that I learned. Thank you. Thank you for the applaud. Thank you for that person applauding.
You're welcome.
Well, I guess time is drawing to a close. There's thousands of others who want to come up here, so I should get to the point of my what I wanted to share with you as a tribute to my grandmother, who, you know, I shared with you being born in middle school, little high school, college, and my grandmother. You know, she was a really nice person, and she kind of lived in our house in a certain place. It kind of is in the song. So now, first off, I will say this: I do make no pretenses about being able to sing in any way, and so what you hear is not me trying to be funny. It's my real voice, which is not a good one for singing. But it kind of, you know, it may have just a little twang of a southern flavor to it, possibly. It comes out different every time. But nevertheless, the words are sincere, and you have to listen to the words as I play this tribute to my grandma. Granny's in the cellar, can't you smell her cooking biscuits on that good old-fashioned stove? In her eye there was some matter, it kept dripping in the batter as she whistled as the ran down her nose, down her nose, down her nose, as she whistled as the ran down her nose. In her eye there was some matter, it kept dripping in the batter as she whistled as the ran down her nose. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being with you tonight. And I'd like to hear your story sometime as well. Thank you.